Quality versus quantity.
Ninjakees.
Yo ninjas, welcome back to the show Ninjabugs Easter Learning, and what did you guys eat today? Yes, welcome back to another episode of Thorsday At Ninjakees number 14. Yes. So as you can see the title right now, quality versus quantity. So I asked this question on the social medias and a few of you ninjas responded to it. Thank you very much, and you can also do so in this video down below. But before we get into this episode, first I want to talk about the last comments on the last Thorsday at Ninjakees video. Also, Thorsday at Ninjakees is about making manga, anime, games, movies, talking about things like that. But in this case I want to talk about quality versus quantity, and also in case with manga making, and also in different kinds of mediums, and checking it out, talking about it, just sitting back, relax with you ninjas. If you were here in the room with me, just talking, having a conversation about it. Oh yeah ninjas, before I forget, let's reach 1,000 subs on this channel before 2019. And not only will I be able to monetize these videos, I will also dye my hair, or let someone do it that I know, a special guy that knows how to do it, or a gal that knows how to do it. So if we can reach this goal of 1,000 subscribers this year, we will become super! Yes! Yes! So yeah ninjas, if you want to see that, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you very much if you have already. Tell your friends, family and ninjas, all the ninjas, if you want to see this in reality. Alright ninjas, let's get into the comments. So the first comment of Raymond says, if you could have any cosplay made for free with props and all that is needed to make that cosplay, who you want to cosplay then, I would go for Guyver or Guts in his armor. So I'm assuming like, well I believe you're talking about Guts from Berserk and Guyver from Guyver. Wait, how's the show called? Guyver? But yeah, I think they have really detailed cosplays, so yeah, I think that you wanted to be getting that if you can get it for free, because it's so detailed and stuff. So yeah man, that's cool, right? Yeah, that is a great choice to have your cosplay from, because yeah, all the details and stuff, you know, if you have to make it all yourself, it's probably really expensive or whatever, so yeah, why not? And also Truth says, nice video case, awesome drawing. Thank you very much, Truth. Yes. Alright, those were the comments of the last episode of Thorsday at Ninjakees. So on the social medias I asked this question to you ninjas. If you had to choose one, do you want quality or quantity in the entertainment you consume? So that might be a deep hard question or a simple answer. I guess it depends on how you look at it. Marcel says quality, and Dylan says quality over quantity any day. And also Jay-chan says quality. So I guess the majority so far wants quality in their content that they consume, and I guess it sort of makes sense. And I also want to go a bit deeper in this, what it actually means, what quality itself even means. So what does it even mean? Hey Ninja Viking-chan, what does quality even mean?
Alright Ninjakees, I will ask the Viking ninja gods for this deep question. What is quality? 1. The standard of something as measured against other things of a similar kind, the degree of excellence of something. 2. A distinctive attribute or characteristic possessed by someone or something. He shows strong leadership qualities. Well, that was actually just Google Translate. Haha.
Okay, so that is very nice. So yeah, quality is like something created out of excellence, whether it's in products or services to you ninjas, or at least what you guys consume. So quality in manga. What is quality? Like sometimes there are manga that aren't that well drawn, but they have a great story. Like One Punch Man, how One Punch Man started. The original drawings weren't that great looking in my opinion, until Yusuke Murata adapted the manga into his style of manga creating more details, and just the way he draws his manga just looks really great to me visually. But if you look at the original, it doesn't look that great to me. But it might still be entertaining. It is still entertaining to a lot of people on the web that found that story really awesome. And that's why he got a lot of clicks and views, the original One Punch Man story. And Yusuke Murata noticed this and saw that he had to stop the manga because he had to earn a living or something like that. And asked or they got in connection with each other so he could adapt his manga in his way he creates or draws manga. So he took the original drawings of One Punch Man's, he calls himself One, the artist calls himself One, the creator. Yusuke Murata took his original story and the whole manga flow and made it into his own way, presenting it, at least in my opinion, more nicely visually. But the story, however, is still the same, or at least it stays the same. If you compare pages, you can see similarities, like how it is adapted from more simply to more visually appealing, at least to me. Some people still enjoy it to read it, the original one, but I prefer actually to read Yusuke Murata's one. But without the original One Punch Man manga on the web as an interweb manga series, Yusuke Murata couldn't create that story, and it's also like a parody and fun stuff, so I guess with quality and quantity it also matters how you look at it. Like there's a lot of quantity of the original on the web series, and then Yusuke Murata put more quality in the visuals, so like it has a quality story and then mixed with quality visuals, appealing visuals. That is a great combination, at least to me. But it doesn't always have to be like that. I guess it's also the perspective how you look at it. For example, I have these twin markers that are really cheap. But you also have the Copic markers, but the twin markers are less quality. At least there's less quality in them, but they still can do a great job for the drawings. And yeah, if you're on a budget, you have to, choose things in life. But you also have the Copic markers that are, to me, more quality in it, like it's more juicy and stuff, the color flavor. However, these twin markers are almost producing the same type of quality, even though it's not exactly the same. But still, I choose both of them, mainly also the twin markers, because they are cheap but still produce good quality, but not exactly the same as these qualities, like the Copic markers. So yeah, depends on how much money I have in the pocket. That's also a reason to choose quality or quantity. Like, do you want to go to a restaurant with a meal for $500? Like, I'm not saying that food is actually better than a $5 capsulon. I don't even ever tasted $500 food, so I cannot really compare it. But I guess it's that expensive because it's really tasty, right? It's produced by the highest chefs in the world with the highest excellence. However, I don't have that kind of money, so I buy a capsulon, which is also really great in my opinion. But yeah, I cannot compare a $500 capsulon to a $5. So I think it's also your wallet, But let's say you can get it for free. I could get these both for free. So I could get, let's say, one Copic marker for free, or 3 of these for free. And then, which one would you choose if you can only choose one? That's a good question. Actually, I'm not sure. It also depends on, how many types of colors I get. Let's say I get 3 different colors here, and only one here. Well then, depends on what I need it for at that moment. I choose, the thing that helps me the best in that situation, or for the long term. But I think I would choose the Copic marker, because they are really expensive in themselves. And then you can just buy for cheaper, more twin markers. So quality over quantity. And with anime itself, I also prefer to watch more quality animes, higher animated animes. Like if you see the weekly shonen, for example, I think they have less quality in their animation than more seasonal anime. But it doesn't mean that the seasonal or the ongoing animes cannot be entertaining as well. Like right now, I also, for example with One Piece, I think the anime right now is less quality, even though it's really hard to make, you know. You have to make it every single week, or mostly every week. It's really hard to make an animation of that length. But because of the pacing and stuff, I prefer to read the manga, because I think in the manga it has more quality, and also the things that in the manga Eiichiro Oda wants to communicate is higher of excellence or better communicated than in mostly the anime, because of the pacing and stuff. And yeah, I know it's really hard to make a 20-minute episode, or actually it is really hard, like you need an army for that. That's why, or it might have been better if they were seasonal episodes, so you have a seasonal show to watch that has more quality on each season, because there's less episodes in it, and then the pacing can be produced better. But then again, if you don't produce quantity with those episodes, people might forget about the show if you don't see it every single week. Like it's like with the manga making itself, you have this weekly Shonen Jump, and also they have weekly episodes, and because of that, that brand, that series gets into people's minds every single week. Even though it's not maybe the best quality, it's still, you know, entertaining for a lot of people on the world to look at every single week. Me, I'm personally more picky the latest years for what animes I'm watching. Maybe, yeah, it can also depend on the story and stuff. But I prefer now more seasonal animes like Boku no Hero. But if an ongoing show is fun to watch, I think I will watch it. Like I sometimes watch the anime of One Piece for how they have adapted certain scenes in anime and stuff like that. Yeah, and there are sometimes more shots in the anime, or if you compare it to the manga. I guess you always have this comparison, you know, with anime and manga, or manga to anime. Like with books and movies, like always the book readers complain, or a lot of book readers complain like, oh yeah, the details of the book are not in the movie. And yeah, I guess you always will have that, like with details, and it's also different mediums. So the creators that adapt it have to choose what and what not to adapt. Like it's a different medium, so yeah. Also with manga, like mangas are drawn differently in size because you have panels and stuff. So if the panel's really like square and not as on the widescreen, so in the anime you will have to adapt it in a different angle or a different size of the picture. So let's say the manga picture is really small and a different shape than a television screen. You have to adapt it in a different way. And yeah, some adaptations are better than others. Yeah, I think it's a hard choice whether, you know, going with quality and quantity with adaptations as well. Like example for the movies, anime or manga or anime adapted to real life movies. A lot of them don't do that well because they leave a lot of details out of it, or important things created in the original that's left out. It's like Master Roshi has this beard and this goggles or the sunglasses and everything, and then you have adapted into the real life movie and you leave all of that out. The things that make that character, you know, things like that. So I think it's also, yeah, how you adapt it. And maybe sometimes it looks weird if you adapt it literally. Like if you have a yellow suit Wolverine adapted to a real life movie. You know, I've not seen it yet, but it was possible with Spider-Man. Like his original suit, like this red-blue suit, and then adapted to real life. Like, why is that still looking good, but not with Wolverine? Maybe there's a visual choice in there, or yeah, stuff like that. I think if you go deeply in it, whether you choose quality or quantity, you know, yeah, it can be a hard choice if you think too much about it. Like, let's say you go to the supermarket and you choose toilet paper. If it's in the sales or whatever, it's cheaper, discount, you know, you probably will choose more cheaper toilet paper if it has still good quality. Like, I think you need a certain amount of layers when you buy your toilet paper. Like that, when you poke the paper, it doesn't go, your finger doesn't go right through it when you want to wipe, you know. So I guess a few layers are needed when you choose your toilet paper. But I guess it doesn't need to be that excellent, like, oh yeah, $15 for a few rolls of toilet paper. I guess you choose, like, you know, depends on how you budget, but for me, I probably won't choose. I won't choose the $15 toilet papers if you have cheaper ones that are still good quality. So maybe yeah, it's a decision. So yeah, quality, quantity. In manga also, like you have weekly shonen manga, but you also have monthly. Does this mean then that the monthly ones are better than the weekly ones? Maybe, like let's say you have more time to work on a single page, you can put more details in it. However, if you don't produce a lot of pages continuously and then let the people know about it every single week, people might forget your show. Then again, you have television shows that come once a year for a few days, like for example Vikings right now, that I really enjoy to watch. And I think also Vikings has great quality in the show, so I'm willing to wait for that. Well, actually it's the second time this year, so it's 2 times a year. But yeah, you have to wait a long time each year, like weeks, months, even for Game of Thrones. Now people have to wait way long for Game of Thrones, even though probably a lot of people will still watch it, even though they have to wait a long time for it. So I guess there's a lot of quality in it if you want to wait a long time for it. I guess it also depends on what you want, in what medium and entertainment you consume. Like Blizzard, I think Blizzard makes really great games. Maybe not for the last one with the mobile one, even though it is really great or not, I don't know yet. But I enjoy Blizzard, their games, especially Diablo, the franchise of it itself. And also their trailers look really nice. So yeah, I think Blizzard makes high quality products, for example. But then you also have, for example, Apple and just the PC. And yeah, with that decision I have to just check my wallet. I think with the PC, I prefer PC over Mac or Apple, because you get, I believe, the same sort of quality for less price. So there's that as well. Probably a lot of people are triggered, I know, that has Apple products. But yeah, that's the way I look at it. And yeah, why do you even buy Apple products? I guess it's for the brand, right? They have this nice little, you know, the way they sell their products, you know. And branding, yeah, the brand, why you buy certain brands. Like I don't really care too much about brands, maybe in some ways. Like I can just buy a simple shirt that's brandless, a brandless black shirt, because I don't care about that stuff or want to have my own design on it. Like yeah, you can have these really high fancy brands with clothes, for example. But yeah, why? If cheaper brands or brandless even, you know, have similar types of quality. I guess it's also just the name with certain things like quality, quantity. So is the quality higher if the brand is more expensive? Like how do you even measure quality versus quantity? There's that as well. Like it's the product or the service, you know? Maybe some products have really great service. They help you really greatly, like free delivery or whatever. And then you have things that don't have that, or, you know, that's also a part of it, I think. It has to do with whether you choose quality and quantity in your entertainment, because it also is like how the entertainment is delivered to you. Like sometimes you see YouTube videos that are not that high quality yet get a lot of views. So I guess because of they have a lot of views, the people must like it, or at least be attracted to it. Be, what's the word? I'm searching for a word here. Be attentioned to it. What's the word for attention? Getting attention, attracted, right? Yeah. So there's that as well. In YouTube, like, do you prefer high quality videos on YouTube or less quality, but then have more of them? For example, do you think this video right now is quality or quantity, and why? And how can I improve the other or the other? Like if you think this is a quality video, how can I improve the quantity? Well, with quantities, I guess just make more. Or if you think this is quantity, you want to see more quality, well, how can I get more quality in it? You know? And are you willing to wait longer for it if you want to have more quality? I guess the best is a lot with the greatest quality, if you can create that. So there's that as well. If you can manage that, you must be a monster. But yeah, me personally, I think it depends on which type of entertainment it is. Like, I prefer to watch Vikings in high quality. I think the show is high quality, to me at least. The story and the visuals, you know, if that is both really nice mixed into one piece, you know, then it's really great to watch. But if the visuals are not that nice, or the music, you know, like the music also with shows like that or anime, the type of music in it that is being used, that also speaks to whether it's quality or not. Like it's like this package of things that all has to do with whether or not something is of quality or quantity. Yeah, I guess it's not a black and white thinking, like it's this or the other, which is better. But I guess most people prefer quality because it's just, yeah, better. Yeah, that's basically it, right? Like, why else would you choose? Like if it was both free, like okay, you have one twin marker, the exact same as this, or at least the same color, the same type of color, but this Copic marker is better quality and it's both free, I would choose the Copic marker. But because of the budget, you know, it's not. I choose twin markers. Well, depends on what situation. So yeah, I prefer quality as well, but don't forget quantity. Like if you can make the best quality with the best quantity. Like this video. I have to make this video right now at 2:20 a.m. I was thinking about whether to do it or not, but I'm making it so I have actually new footage to show you ninjas and talk about something. But I also could just be in research for 1 year, and then you have to wait 1 full year to get the best video I've ever created. Yeah, and then you have only 1 video, or 1 month even. But right now I'm targeting to produce more videos on this channel with the best quality I can create in the time limit that I have for that specific video. So there's that as well, like the best quality in a certain amount of time. And I guess that's also with manga, but that's the thing with my manga that I'm creating. You can read it at ninjakees.com/partytime. With this manga, I want to first set a base for this manga so it has a certain level of quality before I can continue. And also the story has to do with the quality, I believe, to actually stand up to the giants. Or even in the story itself, if it's not well structured from the beginning, how can you build up to it and it still be good? Because then you write yourself in a corner. You might change stuff, but I think at the beginning it needs to be solid first, that it is clear that all the questions I can think of for a story, a shonen story, that they are included from the start and not at the end. Like, okay, I understand you will improve your quality as you go. It doesn't always be the case like this. Like maybe some people produce really high quality at the beginning and then for some reasons, many reasons, it becomes more sloppy or whatever. Or yeah, can be many reasons for that. But for Party Time, the manga itself that I'm currently creating, I want to have a certain type of quality in it. And yeah, this thing is also like an sort of experiment, I guess, because I'm now working on this chapter that you can see there, or at least it's back there on the wall. I don't think it's the best manga I've ever... Well, it's the best manga I so far have created, I think. But I know it can be better. And if you know it can be better, I think you should do it then. Make that better thing. But it always can be better. So there's also the thing like, okay, when is the end? When is it finished? And when do you continue with something? So for this chapter, the first chapter, I first want to finish and then throw it online and check out what people think of it and stuff, get feedback, improve on that, like a sort of a pilot for like with series or TV shows or something. You have first a pilot, and then if that is agreed upon with the people that pay for the whatever, then you know, if it's good enough for the people, it will get a series or whatever. Or even with movies, like with Avatar: The Last Airbender, that show, it first had a pilot, whether people liked it or not, that pilot, and then it went adapted into an actual show if it's well received by the people. So that's, yeah, with Party Time with me, I first want to get a solid start. Like I have more chapters that I already created, but I didn't start at the beginning, I guess, because those chapters are later in the story, and now I am working on a chapter before that, so this chapter will be better drawn, at least I think, than later, even though when I look back at the later chapters it has some nostalgia to it. But I can see like that it's not drawn like in the right level of manga creation or the show. Yeah, I guess it's also a lot of experimenting, whether, you know, to improve your quality. You know, experiment a lot, make a lot of stuff, even with these videos. Like this is a whole experiment, this video. Like, And by doing that, you also increase your quality, or at least that's the point. Learn from it, improve on it. What can you do better and stuff like that. So yeah. And also let me know in the comments if you have any feedback for these types of videos or any videos on my channel, how to improve it, you know. Just leave it in the comments, even if it's like sound harsh or, you know, like have critical feedback or whatever, like this is what you can improve, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Not sure if I can do or improve it all, but it's at least great to have that feedback to work on it to the future to create better content and better quality videos. And manga, of course, that I still also have to work on as well and make videos about it as we go on this channel. Make more videos about it. And yeah, if I have to make more videos, the quality of them are less, because if you also have to draw the manga, you have less time to make the videos, and then yeah, lots of things come to mind. But yeah, let me know, ninjas. Do you prefer quality or quantity? And in what? And yeah, in these videos, in manga, anime, movies, what do you prefer and why? Like, do you really want to wait for a show for 1 week, 1 year, 1 day? Like a lot of people say, oh yeah, I have to wait that long for this show. But yeah, if they show that show earlier, it's maybe less quality because it takes time to finish something at a certain amount of quality. But then you get this amount of quantity. So there's that as well. So yeah, ninjas, I think that's long enough for now. Let me know in the comments what you guys all think, what you ninjas all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and everything to improve and grow this channel. I hope you enjoyed to see this drawing. And let me know, ninjas, quantity or quality, and why? Why something? Or maybe a mix? A mixture of both. A mix. Yeah, that's the big question. Alright, ninjas, thank you very much for watching once again. Thank you to all the patrons that supported again this month, and the party jar people that joined on the party jar. And thank you very much for all the ninjas that are watching this, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that great stuff. Yes, it all helps to grow this channel, and let's go to 1,000 before 2019. Let's see if we can reach it and go super. Yes! Alrighty then. Alright, ninjas, thank you very much for watching once again, and don't forget the man under the bed. Is it it is. Yes, thank you for joining once again, Ninja Box. Eat Stilly, and see you guys next time. Case out. So Viking Ninja Chan, what do you think? This channel is quantity or quality?
Well, Ninja Case, since you're asking, this video is neither. Absolute garbage. Better delete it and get bold.
Oh.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.